This quarter, I read The Broken Ones by Daniel L. Jensen. Let's start off with the characters in this book. Mark is a cousin to Tristan and a friend with Annis, and he falls in love with Penelope. Penelope is Annis's older sister. She falls in love with Mark, and she is a half-blood. Annis is Penelope's younger sister, and she likes Tristan. Annis is also someone who is very strong, doesn't really like wearing dresses. She's more of like a tomboy, loves to sword fight. Tristan is Mark's cousin. He likes Annis, and he is the prince to Trollus. The Duke d'Alugame, who is Annis and Penelope's father, and not a very good person. Next we have the setting. The setting is a kingdom which they call Trollus. The people are magical beings. Most people have full powers, but there are some who are only half-bloods, which means that their powers are minimal, can't produce as much magic. And what they do with the magic is they can do all sorts of things, like heal themselves, but half-bloods can't do all of that because they are half-bloods and can't produce as much magic. My description of the book is that Tristan, Annis, and Mark are trying to take down the tyrant king of Trollus. But when the Duke d'Alugame finds out about the plan, he wants to know who is behind it. Penelope has accidentally ruined Annis's chance of becoming queen. Her father gives her one last chance to be useful by proving that Mark is conspiring against the crown. And if not, she's probably gonna get killed. Mark and Penelope accidentally fall in love. Mark tries to save her, which turns out to cause problems and turns out to be the greatest. Their love turns out to be the greatest risk of all. I would recommend this book to people who like fantasy, romance. The book is more, I'd say, more of a feminine book. I mean, there is some action parts, but it does revolve a lot around the love story between Mark and Penelope. The book is a little bit hard to read because each chapter jumps around perception between characters. So it can get kind of challenging to read and follow. I don't relate to anyone in this book. I haven't gone through what they go through. I don't have to take down a kingdom. I don't have to deal with my lover's father trying to kill them. So, yeah. So now I'm gonna do my 2-page reading of the book. This is a part where after the Duke of Alugame talks to Penelope and Annis about trying to seduce Mark and Tristan into telling secrets and maybe getting Annis back on the throne. A loud knock sounded at the door, and Tristan's magic shifted, allowing visitors to enter. He glanced up once, then did a double take, so I turned. At first I thought it was Penelope, not Annis, but the weight of her power that came in with her was distinctly that of a younger Alugame sister. She was wearing a purple gown, rib corset tight, and her hair hanging to her wrist in elaborate curls. Her silver eyes were rimmed with full lips stained a pale pink that made them very kissable in appearance. "Another Alugame party that I'm not invited to?" Tristan asked. "No." Annis flung herself with force into the chair next to me, then wrenched the heeled shoes she wore and threw them across the room. "I'm seducing you." "I see. In that case, carry on." A faint smile formed on Tristan's face, and I fought the urge to kick him under the table. Annis needed no defense. Your Highness, she said, if you are under the mistaken impression that I can't beat you bloody wearing skirts and heels, I'll be happy to demonstrate otherwise. No need for that, I believe you. Both of us remained silent, waiting for the teeming swirl of Annis's power to settle down along with her temper. My father wants to put Roland on the throne, she said. Why would he want Roland insane as much as Monty as I am myself? Because he believes he can control him, a puppet king. A frown creased on Tristan's forehead. Can he control him? Annis was silent for a long moment. Then she said, yes, Roland is an incapable true affection towards anyone, but he seems to value my father. He listens to him. That's new. Anna said nothing, which made me wonder whether she was keeping this particular development to herself. For that to happen, I'd have to be determined, Tristan said, or dead, and my father is the only one who can manage that. I raised one eyebrow. Manage it without consequences, that is, he amended, which means that the Duke believes that there is something Annis can discover that would push my father to direction. Tristan frowned, depended. He suspected I'm a sympathizer. His eyes fixed on Annis. What changed? I would rate this book a 2 out of 5 stars because the writing, like the way the author writes this book isn't really my favorite. There isn't really a lot of action. Like there isn't a good bit of action and stuff, but it just isn't really the kind of book that I like. The ending also is a real big cliffhanger, probably because it is part of a 9-book trilogy, and it is a prequel to that 9-book trilogy called the Mitochondrian trilogy, or Malediction trilogy. And the book is also, as I said, really hard to follow, because it's each chapter switches around perception. You really have to remember which chapter you are on, and if you don't finish that chapter, you have to remember whose perception it is in, or else you will get all mixed up. And yeah, I just didn't really like the book. Just didn't really make me happy at the end. I really didn't like it. I kind of wish that I didn't read it. Yeah. That is my book talk on The Broken Ones by Danielle L. Jensen. Thank you for watching.